Good morning, everybody. Laura's going to share the most recent AWTTC newsletter on screen, and I'm just going to speak to some of the articles and add a little bit of extra information to what you see there. So the first thing to mention is that we very much welcome the opportunity to tell people about what we do, and involving people in our work is very important to us. So I think we must be doing something right, because we were contacted by colleagues within NICE who asked Claire and I if we would meet with them and with colleagues from the Scottish Medicines Consortium to discuss about patient involvement. So it was the first time the three health technology appraisal bodies had actually got together to share our experiences of patient involvement, and we found it really useful. And we're hoping to have another meeting in around Easter to talk a little bit more about that. But it's important that people know exactly what medicines are available to them, what the risks are, um, how to report adverse reactions, and these conversations need to be two-way. And the PAPIG meetings are a key part of our work, and we'd be really keen to know if there's anything you want to know more about, so that we can tailor these meetings accordingly, but also help us to boost numbers, because we're very keen to get more people involved. So this article started off by talking a little bit about one of the PAPIG meetings. And then the next article that you can see talks about the AWMSG decarbonisation inhaler prescribing, use and disposal national strategy for Wales, which is a bit of a mouthful. But this strategy was worked on by colleagues within Welsh Government and within AWTTC. And then a task and finish group has been pulled together to progress some of the recommendations falling out of that strategy. One of those recommendations was the development of a patient information film on inhalers, talking about their use and disposal. And we shared this with you a couple of months ago, and we actually received some really useful feedback from our PAPIG members. So the film actually is being updated in light of the comments received, and hopefully it'll be published shortly. But if you've got any good ideas about where we can show it so that we raise awareness and get as many people to view it, we'd really welcome any suggestions. We had a good one from one of our colleagues who said, what about showing it half time at the rugby internationals? You've got captive audience there, and it would go out to a lot of people. So I think that's when we'll definitely have to follow up. Laura, if you don't mind scrolling down a little bit to see what was next. Oh yeah, so we at AWMSG, they endorsed a strategy for the withdrawal of the anesthetic gas called desflurane. And this particular anesthetic gas is one of the most harmful to the environment. So since the endorsement of that strategy, I'm pleased to be able to say that the contract for the supply of that gas within NHS Wales has now been terminated. There are much more options available that are more environmentally friendly. So I think it's important to share that piece of work with you. The AWMSG has actually now got a new strategy for the next 5 years. So at the last meeting, we managed to get this one over the line. So this has been a huge amount of work. Couple of members of the team within AWTTC worked with members of AWMSG to pull this document together. And there was wide consultation, but the document now is going to be published on the website shortly. But it's a very ambitious strategy for us, and it's going to mean that we're going to have to work much more collaboratively with key partners to achieve the goals. So you should be able to see this soon. So you all know the importance of the best practice day. It's one of the key highlights in our calendar. And the best practice day shares local initiatives that have had a positive impact in their area, and then other health boards can learn from their experiences and decide whether they want to take up the particular initiatives. So there's a few more films that have been put on the website. They're all very interesting, and if you have the time to look through those, I'm sure you'll find something useful and actually very informative. Thanks, Laura. I'll skip the next one because it was only a minor update. And that's just a photo of one of our team who we donated to a local charity. So Anne has got one of our AWTTC t-shirts there. And we were all very happy to donate to such a worthy cause. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the advice that has been issued recently. So if you scroll down, Laura, I'll just pick up on a couple of more things. Um, the, the the Pharmaceutical Industry Open Day was a really good event for us because we were able to share some some of the work that we're doing in the background to improve medicines access processes in Wales. So it was good to be able to share our plans with our industry colleagues, and we got some very positive feedback from them. So it's very important that we work quite closely with the manufacturers because they hold the best information, which we're then able to um, digest and pull into assessment reports so that the All Wales Medicine Strategy Groups and its committees have got the best available evidence on which to make decisions. So the pink section within the newsletter talks about the work of WOPSU, which is our analytical section of AWTTC. Then we move on to the poisons unit and the toxicology news, and end with the yellow card centre. So I won't go into all that. If you'd like to know more information, please take a look at the newsletter. Just on a final note, Andy, our program director, and I attended an event in Cardiff Bay last week, which was arranged by Genetic Alliance, and that was to raise awareness of Rare Diseases Day. And we had two very inspirational talks. One was from a young mum who had a son suffering from Duchenne's disease, which is an inherited disorder. And she talked about her journey and experiences, and also the challenges of getting a diagnosis and also access to the most appropriate medicine. And then she talked about how once on that medicine, how she saw her son significantly improve. But what was really, really useful after sharing her experience, she actually gave some really good pointers about how we could improve things. And I think it's really important that we have forums like PAPIG so we can talk about experiences. What are your experiences? What can we within the health service do to help improve those experiences? The other talk was from a young lady who suffers with cystic fibrosis, and she was absolutely inspirational because she's done the Three Peaks Challenge. She's now going to row across the Atlantic to raise money for cystic fibrosis. And what she was saying, if you're on the right treatment, it gave her back a life. And it was very, very inspirational, I must say. So anyway, we're going to be arranging an away day within AWTTC soon, and we're going to be talking about our work program. And it'll be good to get our team together to collate ideas and suggestions. But we want to make sure that our work delivers on AWMSG's objectives. So if there's something you would like to throw in the mix um, as our patient group, now is a really good time. So thank you all very much.